The next type of assignment is a file upload. We are in the coursework page. Click Add an Assignment and click the file upload format. You would use this format if you want students to submit a document as an attachment. And it might be a paper, it might be a lab project, it could be a photo. This is also another way to do an essay test rather than doing it in the online test format where they would have to type in a text box or hopefully suggested to them type it in a Word document and then copy and paste it into the text box. And then you'd have to manually grade it within that testing format. A file upload permits them to work in Word. They can upload the file. You as the instructor can download the file, comment on it, provide feedback, and then upload it back for them to see. And you can add comments, and it permits a little more flexibility in how to create and grade the assignment. So let's click on File Upload Format. Much of creating the assignment is very similar throughout the different types. You give it a name, you determine the unit, the type, the audience, the due date. If you're going to accept late submissions, you determine when you want it to open, how it will be graded. With the online test format, a lot of it was graded by the system, depending on the type of test. With an upload file format, you might choose to grade it manually, use a rubric, give credit or no credit, which in eLearning, it still connects to a point value, which I personally wish there was the option to just give credit or no credit, and sometimes I just want them to do something and they get credit for it. There's no point value connected to it, but this connects to a point value. So if your point value is 100, if you give them credit, they automatically get 100 points. If they get no credit, then they get 0 points. And then you have the option of not grading something. Maybe you just need them to submit something, but it's not graded. You determine the point value next, and then you determine whether it's included in the final grade, not included, or for extra credit. You determine when they see the grade. Some instructors do show the class average to the students. I tend to not do that, but that is your choice. They would just see somewhere that the class average is a certain point or percentage. When you upload the assignment options, in step 2, they ask you the number of files you will permit the students to load. The minimum should at least be 1, and the maximum, I always leave it unlimited because sometimes they have multiple documents because they just haven't combined them. Sometimes they make a mistake and they want to go back and delete one file and add another. If you do maximum number as 1 and they make a mistake, they can't fix it. You as the instructor have to go in and reopen the assignment for them. Again, you have the option to automatically assign a grade of 0. The instructions and files section is the same. You can write a brief description, but including instructions with an upload file is pretty important because sometimes the students get confused. And you did this in Module 1. You had an assignment where you had to upload a file. So those instructions are there, and if anyone needs them, just reach out. I have them typed as a Word document. And you have the option to add a file. You may have instructions. You may have a rubric that you want them to view, but you're not going to use it for grading. We will have a separate vodcast on grading with a rubric, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. So when you save your new assignment, it will show up in the student page of their work, and they will be required to upload a document for you to grade them.